Welcome to McGurk Alumni Stadium in Amherst, home to the UMass Minutemen. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on last year's national champions, the UMass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minutemen offense takes the field, and they'll go to work first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else.
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. At the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Finding open areas. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
UMass has a long, long way to go here on 3rd down. The play action fake. Grabbed on the outside, it's Wicks.
All right, nice gain on 3rd down there. No, you didn't get the 1st down. Now it's a thought process, right? Early in the game, do I want to show aggressiveness or am I going to be a little bit passive? Your decision. Go for it or not.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Wicks. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. UMass will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. So Duke's offense will take the field for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now. Get ready for another one.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Blue Devils want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going for it all. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll leave it with the lone back. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. UMass will line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Going right to work up top. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks the tackle. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Blue Devils in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The UMass offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Nice move there. Turning it on. Touchdown, UMass. The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. When that receiver got 3, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. And the Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what do coaches talk about? Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. The Blue Devils have their offense in high gear.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. On the move and looking deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woods. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Blue Devils will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, it's a really nice job by the defense there, anticipating that they might see jet sweep here down close to the goal line. Good play.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Quarterback on the keeper. He's only able to get it down to the 3-yard line, and the 4th and goal attempt goes awry. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The Minutemen backs against the wall deep in their own end here on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 14, and that's the way you find some room to operate.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on him. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quick handoff. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Minutemen with a ton of work to do here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and settle.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the open. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Leon. And he never had a a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting out there.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UMass offense returns to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's the pressure. The short hands, it's Wicks. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's McNabb. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Got the back over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. UMass quickly back to the line. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Takes the easy one to the back. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, you know, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Wicks. Now the connection takes it to the 11. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. We're just about ready to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm.
There he goes. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked it down so quickly. And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. The Blue Devils are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Nestles it in at the 35. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Handoff to the lone back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Minutemen come to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Throwing right. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. UMass comes to the line facing 2nd and short.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Handoff from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, UMass. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Bringing it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Blue Devils line up to punt it away. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The UMass offense returns to the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Off play action on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Handoff to the lone back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Ball is loose, and this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
The defense is obviously trailing by a lot here in the second half. They need something big to happen to get back in this one. Turnovers is the key. They were almost able to get one right there. Nice job knocking it out. The offense very lucky it rolled out of bounds.
Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a first down UMass. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Little touch pass to the receiver. Got some room in it at the goal line. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Love the individual effort here by the wide receiver. After he has the ball, able to make people miss. You see the speed as he goes in for the touchdown.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score.
Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is the 36. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. No good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback's got the first. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. Runs through a tackle. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Absolutely perfect. Are forced to settle for 3. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. On target to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Wicks. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Trying play action. Steps away to find some room. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Punt is on its way. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They're They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
The give on the inside. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. And the Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Blue Devils will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The UMass offense returns to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Leaves it with the back. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Illegal blocking. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Man, this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the move, it's Coffee. Touchdown, Minutemen! And the route is on. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He wants to take the top off. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Cook. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. On his feet at the 40. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Going to the ground. Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They've been running it, but now the pass. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback running on the draw. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, these guys have gotten off to a great start, getting out of the gate 3-0. Jesse, do we have a contender on our hands?
I know it's early, Reese, but this looks like a team right now that could be in that college football playoff discussion come year's end. They've got the playmakers. They've got an outstanding coaching staff. They've overcome some tests early, David. I know it's a long season, but they at least look like they're for real.
They definitely look the part. They look like they're for real. But you know what happens throughout a season? You lose momentum, an injury happens. So they're definitely one of those teams we're going to continue to talk about. But it's still early. It's week 3.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.